Never underestimate the power of a life surrendered to God.
Mama.
Mrs.
Mary.
Aunt.
Grandma.
Nurse.
Teacher.
Wife.
Mother.
Sister. Daughter. Missionary.
Amiga.
Follower of Jesus.
Lover of God and people.
So many titles, so many stories, so many lives that were touched by God through her.
As children and family of Mary, we want to rise up and call her blessed. She lived a life that honored God, reflected his love, and bore fruit that will last. Let us describe some of the beautiful qualities God used in her life.
She was wise. From a child, she was blessed to hear the word of God, and she quickly recognized the eternal significance of knowing Jesus as Lord. At a young age, she had a soft heart and desired to live her whole life for God. She developed a longing to see others experience the joy of knowing God personally. She knew from the age of 12 that she was willing to go to the ends of the earth to share the good news of Jesus.
She was humble. She didn't seek to be the center of attention, was not boastful or proud. She didn't want to be put on a pedestal and did not think of herself better than others. She expected nothing and appreciated everything.
She was thankful. She didn't take things for granted, and she often expressed gratitude for God's blessings. Even the smallest acts of kindness were not unnoticed. She would want us to express thanksgiving, even today. Today is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.
She was compassionate and kind. Grandma had a tender place for those who were hurting, sick, or in need of help. She used her medical skills to help the sick at all hours of the day.
She served. She often was taking food to the sick, giving out medicine, and taking people to the clinic. She helped with whatever people needed at the moment. Jesus came to serve, and she adopted his style.
She loved. She loved her husband in word and deed. She loved her family by serving them and praying for them. She loved her friends by listening, praying with, and encouraging them. She loved the lost by sharing the truth with them.
She was joyful. She sang a lot, played lots of music, and was constantly looking at the bright side of things. She would wake up her kids singing, "Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your eyes and let the sun shine in."
She was hospitable. She was always ready for company. She always cooked more than we needed in case someone extra came for dinner. We hosted many friends on many occasions, and she always served them well.
She was surrendered. When God called her to himself at a young age, she surrendered. When God called her to leave her father and mother and move overseas, she surrendered. When God asked her to use all her gifts and abilities for him, she surrendered. When life was unpredictable and full of the unknowns, she surrendered her fears to him. She trusted God. When life was dangerous and full of adventure, she trusted. When she didn't know if her husband would make it back home from the village, she trusted. When tribal fighting broke out, she trusted. When she had to leave her kids in the States, she trusted. When sickness and disease came many times, she did not let fear rule over her. She stayed in the Word every day and trusted and surrendered to God. When she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, still she trusted that that was God's best plan for her life. She didn't worry about her tomorrows, but took one day at a time.
She was encouraging. She was constantly mentoring others to be faithful. Hang in there. Don't give up. Take one day at a time and keep trusting God.
She prayed. It was very common to hear her praying under her breath as she went through her day. She prayed over her family and friends regularly. She lifted the sick and broken up to the Lord, and she praised and thanked God with her mouth regularly in prayer. She prayed her husband through many dangerous adventures prayed for her loved ones from across the ocean. She knew who to run to for everything in life, God, who was in control and had power over every situation.
In a testimony that Mary wrote herself as we prepared to go to New Guinea, she said this: "Our desire and calling now is to go to New Guinea and there present our bodies to God a living sacrifice, which is our reasonable service, trusting in Him with all our hearts and leaning not on our own understandings, but allowing Him to direct our paths that we might win the lost souls there to Him." I think we can clearly hear God saying to her, "Well done, you good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your master. Surely goodness and mercy has followed you all the days of your life, and you can now dwell in the house of the Lord forever."